Ladies and gentlemen, our first bout of the evening is a middleweight contest. A middleweight contest of 6 by 3 minute rounds. To my right in the blue corner is a man who has had 10 fights. He has had 6 wins, 3 losses and a draw over a period of time. He is a very pugnacious, bustling light middleweight. Has what I would describe as the heart of a lion and never say die approach to boxing. He is relentless. He fought a war with Nick Tetoros in 2001 at Collingwood Town Hall, one of the fights of the year. And he's here tonight. He's one of these blokes that a lot of people have come a cropper with. So I want to welcome in the blue corner for the first time here tonight, Ruben Martin. In the red corner to my left, a man who certainly doesn't shirk an issue. He fights the best, forget about the rest. He had a huge KO victory over Avon Levers at Knoxfield in November, which has catapulted him into the national scene, or the national radar, as we like to call it. He moves like a gazelle. He's got a bit of the Sam Solomon about him. I like this guy. He won the most improved award of the Victorian boxing titles this year. I give you to my left, Chris, the Aboriginal warrior, Collard. Fighters to the centre for referees' last-minute instructions. Thank you.
All right, boys, protect yourselves at all time and obey my commands at all times. Shake hands now. Good luck.
Seconds out. Round 1.
Tonight on the Sergi fight night at Malvern Town Hall. Chris Collard up against Ruben Martin. What do you think of this one, Troy?
Well, I think they're pretty evenly matched, Tony. I think Collard, the Aboriginal warrior, he moves very well. Martin, very quick on his feet. Very springy, Martin.
Have a look at the records of both fighters. Ruben Martin, 6 wins, 3 losses and 1 draw. To Collard, 1 win, 5 losses and 1 draw. Collard, though, had a great win over Adam Levers.
Yeah, it's very impressive, that win. Liked it very much.
This rematch has got a lot of bad blood involved in it. Both boys do not like each other, and that is a known fact. I saw their first fight. That was voted the Sky Channel Fight of the Year. And it was a disputed decision, apparently. Well, Collard thought he won the fight. Well, Martin did win the fight. That's all that matters. Martin's just coming off a current Victoria middleweight win. He won that in the second round when he knocked out Adam Levers. Martin saw the fight. He called me up straight away and he said, that right hand he hit Levers with had a postage stamp on it. So that's how serious Martin is. You can see he's got the eye of the tiger. He's got Mick O'Malley in his corner and he's ready to go. I've never seen him fitter. But Collard's firing at the moment. He's a current Victoria middleweight champion. He wants a shot at an Australian title because as soon as you win a middleweight title, the next thing is the Australian title.
Collard threw an Collard, an absolute beauty with the right hand.
And special comments there from Peter Marianis, who we didn't even get an opportunity to introduce. He just came out from the roof.
Collard's trying to land that right hand. He smells blood with that right hand because he landed it against Levers and he's trying to leverage now against Martin. Martin knows that and he's ducking in. He's making sure the chin's right in underneath his left shoulder, which it has to be because if it's up and Collard lands that right hand, he's going to be in big trouble. But as you can see, Martin boxing beautifully, chin tied in.
Lights have been turned on here at Malvern Town Hall, and Collard tried to land the right there. Didn't get the go though. Jabbing away with the left now, Collard.
Oh, big left hand by Martin, Tony.
It was a good left by Martin. Didn't shake up Collard much, just got him on the side of the head. Oh, tries that right against. He really is trying to land that right, Pete, isn't he?
Well, that's his money punch, and he's trying to land the money straight away. But Martin knows that. Martin watched the tape about 6 or 7 times in his last fight, and I'm sure he knows every single move Collard's doing.
Is it wise to show your knockout punch so early and so many times?
Well, he's full of confidence, and when you are full of confidence, it's like you're at the blackjack table. You tend to bet up big, and he's definitely betting up big.
Oh, some great rips there by Chris Collard. Collard on the attack. Nice left rip.
Good work by Collard, boxes his way out of that. Martin looking a little bit stunned. Nice job there from Collard with the left. Again follows up with another left. Martin dancing around. Collard got him in his sights.
Yep.
There's the end of the round. Round 1 down.
was very, very even, with Collard coming back in the late part of that round with some nice left rips and a nice left hook, which would have scored some very good points.
Scoring that one 10-9 myself, I just thought Collard probably got enough in there.
Yeah, I think so. I think he come home with the momentum, and Martin, look, he'll have to reassess the situation.
Exactly. Great night here at the Malvern Town Hall. Capacity crowd there hanging off the rafters. It's going to be a big, big night, especially when they come up to the last fight. The boy they love, Nick Tetoros. And we're looking forward to him coming up against Clinton Simmons. What can you tell us about Clinton Simmons?
Former New Zealand lightweight champion, definitely been training up for the fight. And he plans to knock Nick Tetoros out tonight. That's what he told me in the interview from Channel 31. Martin's got the eye of the tiger. So has Collard. Look, isn't it great to see two fit young boys sorting it out?
Martin's come out.
This is not the Foxtel fights where they go one round and it's even. It's not even. This is as even Steven as you can get.
Yeah, Martin's come out full of beans.
Certainly has.
Threw some really big punches in the opening seconds of this round.
Round 2.
Oh, big body shot. Big body shot from Martin.
Keith Ellis has trademarked the big punches to the body. The boys really, really put it on.
So Martin and Collard. So nice right there from Martin. He's out of position, but still got landed a good right to the side of the head of Collard.
Collard took that punch very well, bud.
Martin's bruised on a left cheekbone, but he's jabbing beautifully, he's jabbing well. Now Martin is looking the fittest I've ever seen him look. I've never seen Ruben look any better. And I've seen him in a lot of battles. I saw him in a battle with Nick Tetoros, the Asian Pacific title at the Collingwood Town Hall. And wasn't that a fight? The viewers out there that saw that fight, gee, it was a fight and a half. And
TKO on the 10th, wasn't it?
the TKO in Keith Ellis actually stopped the fight. Ruben was taking a lot of punishment at the end. Nick was a lot seasoned back then. He just was coming over the top of Ruben. But Ruben, since then, he's grown up as a man. You can see his shoulders and his biceps and his back. It's just so muscled up now. It wasn't as muscled back then. He was a junior lightweight back then. Now he's right up to junior middleweight. He's filled right out. And gee, he's hard to beat, Ruben.
Good work here by both these boxers. Halfway through the second round.
I can't believe the improvement in Chris Collard. He looks a different fighter. I was with Chris.
But Martin comes back with his own. Putting some into the referee, comes in and separates out a great 20 seconds of boxing there.
That's what boxing's all about, the Shebexter.
Heavy exchanges.
Fast and furious.
Well, that was fast and furious, no doubt about it.
Oh, heavy exchanges there by both fighters. And
Martin had the upper hand there for about 15 seconds of that 20-second exchange. Collard able to turn it around, though.
Collard weathered the storm. He certainly did, Tony.
Left jab right on the nose from Collard to Martin. As Collard now just pushes him away. Martin comes back in. Only a few seconds left, I reckon, in this second round. It's a 3-minute round. His first fight of the night here at the Malvern Town Hall, the big Sergi fight night. Ref steps in, separates both boxers. Even fight. Absolute no doubt about that tonight.
Can they keep this pace up? That's what I'm thinking.
Chris
Can they
Cole-
keep this pace up because it's a torrid pace.
Yeah.
They are breaking track records at the moment. They are scorching. Can they keep it up, Tony?
Yeah, they're going quicker than 12 seconds to the furlong. No doubt about that, these boys. And let's just see who's going to be the first to wield it. Neither may. It may just keep going, and if it does, it'll be a ripper.
A sensational, a cracking pace, Peter Maniatis, and the punters sure getting their money's worth in that round.
That was probably one of the most even. Look, this is the most even fight I've seen for a long, long time. I think the man that keeps the work rate up will win this fight. It's as simple as that.
So we're coming up to round 3 here, the big Sergi fight night here at the Malvern Town Hall. 3rd of December, Chris Collard, Ruben Martin in the ring at the moment. We're just about to start round 3. Heath Stenton up against Willy in our second fight. Tim Bell and Maroney Schwalger in fight number 3. And then the Victorian welterweight title, Shannon McMahon and Eddie Psycho Delic.
That's the one I'm looking forward to, Tony. It will be a ripper.
And then the farewell fight for Nick Tetoros, who, Pete, I presume is extremely fired up, ready to go out the back.
Oh, no problem. Nick's been really, he's trained as hard as he possibly can for this fight. We'll talk about Nick later because these two boys at the moment in centre ring, they are giving no quarter's been given. They are absolutely primed tonight.
Well, if you're sitting at home watching this one on the telly at the moment and wondering whether both these boxers can keep it up, the answer is yes. They've come out.
He's
Working again straight from the bell of round 3.
magnificent. Collard working downstairs. Martin, oh, nice shot to the left temple.
Collard tried to land the uppercut there a few seconds.
Tried to land it, and if it had landed, it would have been lights out.
So they meet centering again. Look at the focus on both these guys. Just really working into it now. A couple of left jabs from both boxers.
Stenton, man, Longinidis just walking through the crowd, shaking hands. A superstar of kickboxing and boxing.
No doubt about that. One of the biggest names in combat sports here in Australia, if not the world. Stand the man Longinidis.
Collard's using the jab to great effect. He's fending off Martin.
Yep, no, he certainly is. And he's slowed down on the use of that right though, Pete. He tried to use it about half a dozen times in that first round, hasn't seen it since.
Look, 6'3", it is a long distance, and the boys couldn't keep up that type of pace. They're having a breather now, but this is where someone should take the initiative and step up. The guy steps up.
Collard maybe just tried to do that then, Pete, as he unleashed with a couple on Martin, but Martin fights back again. That's the way it's been this fight.
Look,
one guy will unleash a few, and then the other guy comes straight back.
it's a fight of counter punching, Tony Schwalger.
So, we're winding down round number 3. Nice work there by Martin. Collard.
Nico, in the corner. Mark's starting to come forward.
Now Martin up against the ropes again. Collard against the ropes. Martin starts to unleash, but the ref separates and gives him a warning for holding him behind the head. Does it one more time, you lose the points. And in a fight like this that's been so close, lost points are going to be crucial.
You cannot afford to lose a point. You cannot in a fight like this, but both boys, they're having a breather, but they're not really having a breather. They're just fighting at normal pace. It was like they were sprinting before. Now they're just boxing normally. This has been a fight and a half.
Certainly has, Pete, no doubt about it. As they size each other up, coming up to the end of round number 3, we'll be halfway there. And one of the most even fights we've seen from 2000. Oh, great work by Martin. Right with the left. Collard starts to come back. And again, they lock up. Referee separates them one more time. But that was a nice left from Martin. Flushing the door. End of round 3, Troy.
End of round 3.
Just touching gloves. I like to see that.
Chris Collard, I'm very impressed with the way that he's handling it. It looks to be a little fatigued, but Martin really should come in and deliver the big punches.
Well, I'm sure that's what he's trying to do. I don't know if Collard's given him the opportunity to do it. Big night here at the Malvern Town Hall.
As you said, Tony, a capacity crowd
Absolutely huge.
and a great atmosphere.
That certainly is. And Christmas is alive.
It certainly is.
Spirit of Christmas right here in the centre ring at Malvern Town Hall. This is our first fight, first of 5 tonight, a big card of boxing. Collard up against Ruben Martin. Chris Collard weighing in at 70.6. Ruben Martin spot at 70.
Yes, there's not much in it at all as far as weight goes.
So, seconds are out. Bell goes. Start of round number 4. The first 2 rounds were manic in this fight. Round 3 they slowed down a bit. Wonder if that'll be the trend for round 4 and then they'll start to pick up the pace.
Yes. That was a big left hand from Martin. Oh,
Now they're picking up the pace. The both of them exchange of punches. He's got Martin against the ropes, but the referee again separates them. And has a chat to both boxers once more. He's had to do that again.
Yes. Ignatius Missilades, one of the best in the business.
One of the best names in the business too.
A great Scrabble hand.
With about 47 points. As Martin and Collard again. Just landing on the chest, not doing any damage though. As again they come back in. Referee Missilades separates him once more. It has just been a fight of go, basically. No stopping at this one. As we said a little bit earlier, you'll see the tirade of see here from Collard.
Big shots.
A couple of nice ones in against Martin, who did well to box his way out off the ropes.
He certainly did. He just can't find a rhythm, Tony. And that's how Ruben Martin boxes. He likes to find a rhythm. And when he does, he's very, very dangerous. But Chris Collard, to his credit, he's hanging in there.
It was 3.5 years ago that Ruben Martin came up against Nick Tetoros for the vacant WBO Asia Pacific light welterweight title down here in Melbourne. Lost it on a TKO when his trainer threw in the towel. But to go 10 rounds with Nick Tetoros is a fair effort.
It's a superb effort. Nick Tetoros at that time was at the top of his game.
Record though for Chris Collard, not as impressive, 1 win, 5 losses, but he's really been working his way into a fight game in the last couple of fights. That last fight against Adam Levy. As Collard now starts to that had it connected. His head would have been in Hawthorne.
I think it could have been in Q, actually, that one.
That was a huge
It was a haymaker, an absolute haymaker. But unfortunately, it didn't connect.
So,
But
shape up one more time. Cutting up to the end of round 4. Seconds ticking away. Martin tried to right, fended away by Collard. Again, a bit of holding being done. Referee steps in, separates him once more. And we box on. Collard with a couple of the mid-area. On Martin. Now Collard got a couple in towards the side of the head. Don't know if they were scoring punches though. Nevertheless, got his confidence up. Tough call to fight this one on the scorecard. Probably just a maybe Collard just in front in the round 4.
well, it is as close as just. No, this is a fight for the ages. This one, these boys are really going at it, giving no quarter, and just for the punters out there, really getting their money's worth. Tony Shebeki.
Yep, they certainly are. Troy Zantuck, they certainly are. As Chris Collard receiving encouragement from his corner. Same over there with Ruben Martin. They're really trying to fire the boys up now. Keep them going. They've got 6 minutes of boxing left. It's been a tough.
It might as well be 6 hours, Tony, because 3 minutes out there, it's either agony or ecstasy.
Seconds out, round 5, says our ring announcer, Stephen Peake. Probably the best ring announcer in boxing for the month of December,
The first 2 weeks of December, yes. There's no doubt about Stephen J. He does a terrific job.
As Martin Collard again. Martin tried to land the big right, then he came back with the left. Did hit that one on Martin, on the chin of Martin. Martin just dancing around.
Yes.
Work by Martin with the left.
Grazed the chin of Chris Collard.
Martin just maybe getting an upper hand.
Oh, that was a big right hand.
Too early.
Big right hand. And again. Martin looks.
Tried to turn him into the corner. Referee separates him once more.
Collard taking the initiative.
Just stepped right into it, didn't he?
He did. And it was a big punch.
Work again by Collard.
Collard's confidence growing by the second.
Exactly right, Troy. And confidence a big part of this sport, no doubt about it. As Collard now and Martin shape each other up one more time. We're about halfway through round 5. Here, the first fight of the big Sergi fight night at the Malvern Town Hall. Collard again with the left, tried something. Didn't land anything though. Now, you see how Martin just drops his head a little bit?
He certainly does. And Collard's got him up against the ropes. And
good work by Martin though, to get himself out of it.
a lovely pirouette there by Chris Collard as Ruben Martin extricated himself from an unsavoury position.
Ruben Martin's intentions are, if you get me against the rope, I'll cop a couple. But any more than that, ain't gonna happen.
It ain't going to happen.
Martin, Collard again, rights and lefts. Not landing anywhere though, apart from just around the back of the head area, but really not doing any damage.
Collard's game plan seems to work the downstairs, weaken, and then go to the top.
Judges Andrew Campbell, Joe Mann, and Anika Williams are going to have tape hanging off the glove there. I saw the
Some good punches.
tape ready as collar. Fights back with the referee giving him a warning.
Ignatius Missilides warning Chris Collard.
Did you see what it was for?
Could have been too far downstairs.
They keep the punches up. Said Ignatius Missilides. About 20 seconds to go in this round. We're joined back here in the commentary position by Peter Maniatis as we wind down round 5, Pete. You let's just say this is a great fight. Has your opinion changed?
Peter Maniatis, a sensational fight, this one. Couldn't have kicked off the night any better, these two guys.
Boys are really putting 100% in, and that's all it really matters.
Yeah, well,
It's up to the judges. I would not like to be a judge.
Well, they can only call as you see it. I'm sure that's what our judges are doing. Dr. Peter Lewis, ringside, just watching and keeping an eye out. This is very important now for the trainers. They have to work so hard on their boys just to get them through the last 3 minutes. They will be feeling like their feet are 10 kilos away.
It's a great analogy, Tony.
Final round 6 coming up. Collard tried to win it early. He couldn't. Martin has gradually worked his way back into this one. And this will be hell for leather. Round number 6. And that's the way it starts. Collard tried to release it to the right. Now he's got Martin against the ropes. Collard with a couple to the body. And the ref steps in and separates him one more time. Again, Collard on the front foot. Martin copping a couple this round. And again, we have another break. Close in the corners here. They're going to keep going for about another 2 minutes 15, these boys. And as you said earlier, Troy, it feel like 2 years,
I think-
15 months.
I think these boys, Tony, know that this is the money round, and this round, on points, could decide the fight.
He's deducting a point. Deducting a point for a shoulder hit. Ignatius Missilides. Troy Martin loses that. Ruben Martin losing a point.
Ruben Martin not happy at all. He's,
Deducting the shoulder hit.
oh, a big left hand.
Upper hand. He has a 1 point advantage at least. We know that. And now Collard trying to get this round. As the ref sends him into the corner. More tape coming off the glove there. They'll have to fix that up. 90 seconds. That's all that's left. Collard reckons if he can win this round, he'll win the fight. He might be right.
I think you're spot on, Tony.
As Martin up against the ropes once more, comes off it from the break.
Collard.
Now just throwing left and
Collard is on the attack.
Oh, Ruben Martin nearly sent him through the ropes.
Collard on the attack. And Martin showing his disgust at the holding tactics of Chris Collard. But Collard is fighting a superb fight. Both these guys,
The referee's over refereeing this fight.
Both fighters have lost a point. We're back to a draw match.
it's been neutralised. Tony Shebeki.
Draw match. As again, both fighters. Geez, didn't Martin just fired up though about 20, 30 seconds ago? Had a huge verbal tirade at Collard and said, "Come on, boy, you're the best. Come and get me."
Oh, he's thrown down the gauntlet, Shebekster.
Saying, guys, hit me with your best shot.
Collard's been trying to do it, and he's hit a couple of good shots too, but Martin hasn't gone down to his credit. He's taken
Oh, some big punches. Oh, this is magnificent.
2004 Victorian Boxing Awards were awarded last week. Gee, I wish I'd have waited a week.
Oh,
This
look.
would be right up there.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, I couldn't agree with you more.
receiving the most improved boxer at those awards too. A great honour for him, and he'd love to just top that honour off and finish off 2004 with a big win here against Ruben Martin. And it would be a great win to put under his cap too. Ruben Martin win 10 rounds. Tough one to call, Pete. What do you reckon?
I'll go Collard.
So will I. Collard.
By a bee's diaphragm.
About 2 points, I reckon. That's how I've scored it. By about 2.
But whatever the result, Tony, what an absolutely magnificent fight to kick off tonight's proceedings.
Yeah. No doubt about it. Well, before his last fight, Chris Collard, against Adam Levers, he had lost 5 and drawn 1. The record wasn't too impressive. He's come up against Adam Levers, a spectacular fight, really put himself back on the radar, as Stephen Peake said at the start of the night. And now he's come out, he's given himself every chance of winning this one, and he'll be on a roll. 2 wins, all of a sudden the confidence starts to improve.
Definitely, Tony. And Ruben Martin, a sensational fighter, a seasoned fighter. So I'm just chomping at the bit for this decision. It's just...
Narciardis has put on a big night here, the Sergi fight night at Malvern Town Hall, and he couldn't have asked for a better start.
Can it get any better than this, Tony? Well, what a
Not
sensational
far away from an
fight.
official decision.
We're waiting now for the official decision to be given from the judge. Hard to be handling. I score it Collard by 2. I think
Yes,
score it by that
by 1. By 1.
Let's see what the judges think. Stephen Peake now is about to collect the sheets and read the decision. Good to see these two boys. It got dirty there in the trenches with about 90 seconds to go. Ruben Martin having a few words to say. Now he's saying to Collard, mate, I need a little bit higher.
But that's a great thing about the fight game. You can be in that ring and try to knock each other's head off, but at the end of it, all's fair in love and war. Something a bit stronger than a power raid tonight after that, Tony.
They worked up a sweat to it, so they should have. That was 18 minutes of good, tough, fast boxing in the first 2 rounds. They came out like a steam train. Absolutely a freight train. Is there anything fast? A bullet train.
A bullet train.
Boxers coming out like bullet trains in the first 2 rounds. Slowed down the steam train pace. Rounds 4, 3, 4, and 5. So round 6 was back on for young.
Man, it was like Guy Fawkes Day. The fireworks were magnificent. And in saying Chris Collard by the 1 point, look, it wouldn't surprise me, quite frankly, if the decision went to Mark.
I totally agree with you. If Martin gets it up, I wouldn't be surprised. That's why I'm not a judge.
That's why we're sitting here talking into these microphones, Tony.
As Stephen J. Peake has the results here.
Fighters in ring centre with Ignatius Missalese. Judge Andrew Campbell has 57-55. Judge Joe Mann has 56 all. And Judge Anika Williams has 57-55. I better get that right. 57-55. The winner is the blue corner, which is Ruben Martin. Hang on, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry. Will the fighters go back to the centre? This is a mistake made by myself, the ring announcer. The winner is the red corner by majority decision. 57-55, 56 all, 57-55. I apologise to Ruben Martin for that error. Chris, face the camera, please. I should apologise to you as well for causing you some nervous tension there, mate. I should...
I was scared, I was worried, man. I thought, man, that's bullshit. I know that I won that fight, and if they rip me off, I would be totally pissed, man.
Yeah, no problems, mate. Now, earlier on in the fight, he gave you a little bit of trouble. He was rough and ready. He was very willing in there. It was a bit like your fight from 3 years ago, a carbon copy.
Yeah, he's a tough guy, Ruben, and I didn't come in with a game plan to underestimate his ability in the ring. He's a good fighter. He's a hard boy. He came out strong, but I just was getting too many clean shots on him, and I knew that I was ahead on points, and I was doing enough to win. So that's all it's about, mate. And I look good, so that's all good.
Oh, very good indeed. Now, next year coming up, what you got in planned?
Basically, I'm going to defend the Victorian title, and then whatever comes up, I'll take on. And for one thing, I'd like to say thanks to my sponsors, That's Costantino Design and Construction. We do the brickwork for them, Rego Bricklaying. So if you ever want a house built or bricklaying done, we're there for you. Chris Collard, the Aboriginal warrior, Dominic and Ian and Joe. Remember, give us a look in the yellow pages.
Well done, Chris. Ruben, good to see you again, son. Now, how did you find that tough fight?
Yeah, mate, I was a bit rusty. I haven't had a fight in a long time. If you notice my face when the decision got read out, mate, I wasn't jumping on the ropes or fucking clubbing myself. I didn't think I won it. I let Chris work too much. I was in close. He hit me with a bomb in the second round, stunned me a bit. I haven't got a trainer. I haven't got no fucking sparring partners. I ain't got shit. So I did pretty well, mate. I get myself fit. I just want to thank Mick for going in my corner. Thanks, Nate, for helping me out all the time. My boys putting up with me grumpy, yeah. Thanks, Chris, for fighting, mate. It always comes in good shape, mate.
I'd like to thank Ruben for a tough fight. You're a good fighter and a champion, mate. Good stuff, buddy.
Yeah, that's great to see the sportsmanship here, ladies and gentlemen. Give them a big round.
Hey, I want to thank the boys that come from work too. If any of you is fucking shit me at work, I'm going to knuckle the fucker out of you.
Thank you, and I just hope that the Collard corner haven't got a gun. They shoot me, that's for sure. So my apologies for that indecisiveness earlier on there. Now we'll just have a short break and we're going to come back with Heath, Stenton and Willie O'Neill. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, our second bout of the evening, 6 3-minute rounds. To my right in the blue corner, he is from New Zealand. We're fighting actually at super middleweight division here. A light heavyweight from New Zealand, 12 fights, 4 wins, 8 losses. He's on his 4th visit to Australia. He comes here regularly to fight. Does most of his fighting at the ABA Stadium in New Zealand. He's trained by Chris Martin. I give you from New Zealand, Willie O'Neill. Willie O'Neill. Now, the man to my left in the red corner needs no introduction to any boxing fan. Trained by Tony Salter down at Geelong. He is a rock of Gibraltar in the sport of boxing. Deserves the highest accolades. Over a period of 8 years, a paramount individual in the handling of pressure. He took Mundine the distance in Melbourne in 2000. Went to Japan twice for 2 wars with Yoshinori Nishizawa, who fought Mundine and got beaten by him. Took on Danny Green in his prime. And not to forget Gherkin Ozcan and Sam Solomon. This man to the left has fought anybody. He's the man of all seasons. I give you from Geelong, Heath, Stenton! A Stenton! Bannockburn boy. Fighters to the middle for instructions from the referee, Chris Anderson.
Okay, boys, I've spoken in the dressing room. Nice and clean. Protect yourselves at all times. It's a neutral corner if there's a knockdown. Stay there. Okay, good luck.
Okay. Seconds out.
So we are just about ready to start our second fight tonight on the big Sergi fight night here at the Malvern Town Hall. He's setting up against Willie O'Neill. Round 1, 6 3-minutes. And Troy, this will be an absolute ripper. Stenton has fought against Green, Mundine and Solomon.
They're not bad lead-up fights, are they? 3 of the best in the business.
Whereas Willie O'Neill from New Zealand, he's won 4, 2 on KOs, and he's lost 8 in his career out of his 12 fights. Stenton, on the other hand, has won 9 and lost 17, so he's had a few more fights. 27 compared to 12.
Yeah, it's just over double. But the quality of opponents that Stenton's been up against, I think this will really tell a tale in this particular fight.
Also comes into this with an extra 1.8 kilos under the belt, 77.6 to 75.8.
And he's looking very fit, Heath Stenton. Not an ounce of fat on him. Willie O'Neill, the New Zealander.
5-year-old New Zealand. Been around for a couple of years from his first fight in 2001 O'Neill. Tough on the commentators, both boxers in black trunks and white stripes.
Yes, it certainly makes it hard. obviously Collingwood or Port Adelaide supporters.
Stenton, we know, has the Australian flag though on the shorts.
He certainly does. Is sponsored by Penny Lane Motors and the Carrington Hotel.
It's a nice cold beer at the Carrington Hotel, let me tell you.
Might be down there for a few drops after this fight, but both boys just sizing each other up at the moment, Tony.
Yeah, a little bit. The fight's starting a little bit slower than the last one.
No, that was an absolute whirlwind.
These boys though, just getting up in the weight.
Oh, some very big punches there.
Light heavyweights.
Heath Stenton, nice combination on the ropes.
Stenton now. Giving a couple of punches in, but straight to the defensive gloves. Sorry, I should say punches into the defensive gloves of Stenton.
Both boys are wearing identical shorts.
I know, it's making it hard.
See, it is making it hard.
One's got an Australian flag.
And they're pretty sort of similar looking in the build, just like two brothers fighting each other.
No, never. I used to always get the upper hand, and then he used to cry to mum.
No one knew though, you'd use dirty tactics, wait for him to run out of gas and jump on him.
How do you think I got involved in wrestling?
You'd have more moves than a chessboard, Tony.
Yep.
I'll tell you what I like, Shebexter. I really like Heath Stenton's defence.
Yeah, it's nice and high, isn't it? Really?
Yep, O'Neill's throwing them, but Stenton's just taking them on the gloves.
Round one, both boxers just working each other out.
It's-
There's a weakness there to be had.
I'd say definitely that round, Heath Stenton.
A draw.
No, Heath Stenton. Yep. Got him with a couple of nice lefts.
And the crowd listens to the applause as they realise that Troy Zantuck is down here ringside doing the commentary.
No, that applause wasn't for me or Stephen J. Peake. It was for the one of the lovely Ringer girls. And round number 2 apparently is coming up. No, I didn't see the card, but that's the whisper.
So,
Really enjoying it tonight, Tony. It's a great atmosphere. A few celebrities in the house. Gavin Brown, the former Collingwood champ, and Stan the Man Longanides, just two stars that I've caught up with tonight.
round 2 about to start up. And I'll tell you what, folks, if you're watching this tonight, whatever you paid for this video, you haven't paid enough. This, so far, what you've seen is one fight that has been top class, and this one promises to be just as good. It's round 1 completed. Both boxers just sizing each other up in round 1. Now we should start to see some fireworks. As O'Neill sent a couple of punches on to Stenton.
I just like the way he keeps his hands up high, Heath Stenton.
Watchful eye. Heath Stenton waiting for the opportunity to make his move. The light heavyweights.
He's got more of the open stance, Willie O'Neill, the New Zealander.
O'Neill's thrown a couple, but they've just only laid on the gloves. They
Yeah.
haven't done any damage at all. Again, O'Neill throws a right. Once again, those gloves and Stenton just waiting. Stenton now trying to get O'Neill up against the rope. Good work by O'Neill to move himself away. Even fight here, Peter Maniatis. A very even fight.
It is a very even fight. Look, Heath's a bit of a slow starter, but once he moves in emotion, I'm sure he won't have much trouble with Willy, but Willy is very cagey.
Stan the Man Longanides, just one of the special guests here tonight. Big Sergi fight night. As O'Neill got a punch there.
He went downstairs.
No warning from the ref though. Must have just been over the legal height. We're into round 2 here, second fight of the night. 3 big ones to come.
Heath Stenton using the left hand, jabbing.
2 blokes here tonight have got huge support. One, of course, is the main man, Nick Tetoros.
Massive support.
The other bloke is Tim Bell.
Tiger Tim Bell.
They've been walking around with the Tiger Tim Bell t-shirts, and I'm sure it's not the same person walking around.
He's a character, Tim Bell, and, well, boxing's littered with characters, and that's what we want.
He's up next against Maroney Schwalger in another battle of the light heavyweights. This one, though.
It's very much got a trans-Tasman flavour tonight, Tony. The Australians taking on the New Zealanders.
Saw the Aussies do extremely well over 2 tests against New Zealand in the cricket.
Yes, well, we won't talk about the cricket, will we? It defies description at the moment.
No, exactly. But this one, just a slower start than what we may have seen at the Gabba or the Adelaide Oval in the cricket. Fairly even 2 rounds.
Yeah.
We'll start to see some fireworks soon, I'm sure, Pete.
Oh, well, I mean, it's starting to now get in the business end of things, and I'm sure both boys will be trying their best.
Troy Zanchuk, you're taking it so far.
Well, Tony, I'd have Heath Stenton in front at the moment. As I said before, Willie O'Neill throwing them, but they're basically just hitting the gloves of Heath Stenton, and Stenton's made some inroads with a couple of good body punches and a couple of overhand rights. So I'd have Heath Stenton in front at this stage.
So, the scorecard down here at the commentary table shows Heath Stenton just in front. Impressive record, as we said, back in 2001. Before Danny Green lost on a TKO in round 2. 2000, he fought Mundine. Unanimous decision to Mundine over 8 rounds.
So he's gone the distance with Mundine.
It was only Mundine's third fight. But still, we know the class of that man.
He's
And
fought
back.
Danny Green.
We said that to Sam Solomon back in 1997.
That's right.
3 impressive win-up fights in the Sunrise Bank.
And Yabishi, the Japanese guy that fought Monday for his WBA title, and now he'll be fighting Marcus Bayer for his WBC Super Middleweight title. Yako Tori.
Again, they come out for round number 3. Let's see who's going to try and make the first move. It looks like Stenton. Just throwing a couple of lefts there. Stenton moving into it. Oh, nice. Nice little jab there on the right from Stenton. Connected with O'Neill. Probably didn't do much damage, but did connect.
Yeah, it did connect, but as you said, Tony, it didn't do any damage. It wasn't a money punch, that's for sure. He looks to have a longer reach too, Stenton.
I think you're right. Yeah, I think you're right. Probably has about 5 centimetres, I think, on O'Neill, and probably a couple in the reach area. Because again, Stenton just moves into O'Neill. Puts a couple to the body of O'Neill. And the ref comes in, separates. As the boxers got involved in a bit of headlocking there.
Yeah, shades of the Iron Sheik and Nikolai Volkov.
Just waiting for a full Nelson. As now Stenton up against the ropes. Can O'Neill seize on this opportunity? No, Stenton gets out of there too easy, I would have thought.
I would have thought so too.
O'Neill had
He's really got to apply the pressure. He's really got to put the foot on the pedal.
O'Neill had a great opportunity to do some damage there to Stenton up against the rope, but now Stenton
Nice one to the jaw.
off the ropes and firing is Heath Stenton. Now he's got O'Neill against the ropes. Let's see what happens here. O'Neill boxes his way out of it. And again, they meet centre ring. Locking up. Boys starting to look like they're a bit tired.
Yes, I think a bit of a fatigue setting in, Tony.
So it's a survival of the fittest in this one. O'Neill trying a close-in uppercut there just a second ago. Didn't connect. Coming up to the end of round number 3.
How do we see this round, boys? Stenton's definitely
Close.
circling. He's trying to put the pressure on, isn't he? Trying to get some ascendancy.
I reckon
in this
Stenton
fight.
probably won the first round, even in the second. And
Stenton with the tongue out, showing a bit of cheek.
Bit of the Gene Simmons, you notice, Centroy.
The Gene Simmons, very good Peter Maniatis, a bit of the old kiss. Poking.
Peter Maniatis has
Poking
been heard
the
to
tongue.
say, I was made for loving you, baby.
At the Hugo Lance.
Of course. Where big Sergi fight night here at the Malvern Town Hall.
As round 4 approaches, and it's approaching it beautifully, Tony Schwalger. Always a highlight of the boxing and the kickboxing, the ring girls. They really make it.
Not too many beers needed to appreciate that.
Not at all.
And not too many beers needed to appreciate the boxing so far on this card. It's been a ripper.
Look, tonight promised a lot, and it's delivering in spades at the moment, Tony.
Round 4 about to start. And away we go. Bell rings. Troy Stenton probably took the third round.
Yes,
Heath Stenton.
Heath Stenton, yeah. I'm Troy, and that's Heath out there. And I think Heath's taking the first 3 rounds in my book.
So we have Stenton in front, just on the cards.
Look, I think he's dictating the fight.
Yep, nice. A little worried there. And Stenton threw a close in uppercut. Missing though. As round 4 is in progress at the moment. We see Stenton just in front.
Oh.
Willy O'Neill, the boy from New Zealand. 12 fights, 4-8 record against Heath Stenton. 27 fights, 9-17 with 1 draw. O'Neill. A couple of rights there. Once again, though, that defence of Stenton.
He's looking for the uppercut.
Oh, nice body punch in there from Stenton. Nice and crisp. Right on the money.
Like a piece of celery. Snapping.
It's beautifully put, Tony.
Stenton, a great replacement, of course, because Johnny Walker's out with glandular fever. It could be out for a couple of months. That's a blow because Walker's just fresh from a KO victory over
Yeah, it's a
Colin Mooney and was taken
nice
the
right
boxing
hand there by Heath
world
Stenton.
by storm.
Called it right there, Troy. It was a good right hand. As Peter just said, though, Stenton a late inclusion into this one for Johnny Walker, who's out with a virus that has laid him low.
Yeah, which would disappoint a lot of the fans out there. A great crowd favourite, Johnny Walker.
Well, yeah, without a doubt, great at the party.
Great at a party.
Coke, fantastic. As Stenton keeps going with the jabs.
You've got to give Willy O'Neill credit. He's not flinching at all. He's in there.
O'Neill's throwing a couple, but they just don't seem to have any power.
No penetration, unfortunately.
That defence of Stenton, strong.
Yeah. They're,
Thick as a brick wall.
they're contrasting defences too, because I notice O'Neill tends to hold his hands down.
Yeah, down chest height.
Yeah.
Correct. Beautiful observation there, Troy. But whereas Stenton keeps the gloves up high, cops the shots on the gloves, they don't do any damage.
No damage at all.
See if we can see some more tongue action coming up from Stenton.
Quite possibly.
As O'Neill trying to break through that defence, but look how strong it is. Look at it. Oh, nice work from Stenton. Got a couple in through the defence.
Nice combination. Yep.
End of round 4. And I would say that we still have Troy Stenton in front.
On my scorecard, clearly. It's O'Neill just can't seem to penetrate Stenton's defence at the moment. Round 5.
Where do you get a pair of shoes like that?
Yeah, they definitely had a couple of inches on, don't they, when you see shoes like that?
Spectacular.
I think my favourite round's been round 4 so far, boys.
That was her name, wasn't it? Round 5 about to kick off here at the Malvern Town Hall. It's a huge night of boxing. Right here in the heart of boxing. Melbourne, Australia. We've got Heath Stenton up against Willy O'Neill from New Zealand. Stenton representing Australia, and now they pick up the pace, boys. 2 rounds to go. We're in the money zone right here.
We certainly are, Tony. They slow right down.
We were saying before, Pete, that Stenton throwing more punches. O'Neill with the punches that he throws, though, just no penetration.
No, Stenton's definitely kept the work rate up now, and he's just starting to edge away now. It was pretty close early, but now Stenton's just starting to edge away. I think he'll end up winning comfortably if he keeps his pace up.
Yeah. A win's a win in anyone's book. Doesn't matter how you do it. Doesn't have to be by
He's going to have to do something extraordinary, Willie O'Neill here.
You think so?
He's going to have to land an absolute beauty.
You would think so, Troy. As again, Stenton makes the moves.
But with Stenton, his punches are scoring, and that's what it's all about. Yeah, lovely punch there by Stenton. Combination right and left.
O'Neill trying to land.
Big right hand by Willie O'Neill, but ineffective.
As Heath Stenton now. You hear the corner. Go Heath. They can sense a window of opportunity here for Heath Stenton.
Oh, nice uppercut there from Willie O'Neill.
Have a break. Again, they meet. Centering. Nice right there from Heath. The corner telling Stenton to follow up with another. Goes on to the left this time.
I like Stenton's defence. It's nice and upright and high, and he's got the chin down. He's very hard to hit.
Oh, nice left from Stenton.
Yeah.
Once again, penetrating the low defences of Willie O'Neill. O'Neill trying to get in close. Seeing that it's probably being his opportunity to get through this brick wall defence of Heath Stenton. It's been strong all night.
He certainly has, Tony.
It's just about to get him through 5 rounds.
Fatigue starting to set in. The boys' legs are starting to
Jello up a bit.
jello up. Yeah, they're not pumping as quickly as they were in rounds 1 and 2, but that's to be expected. But it's getting very statuesque at the moment.
He's as tough as nails, Willie O'Neill, isn't he?
Yeah, certainly is, Pete.
He's stuck it out. Give him credit for that. It's only his 13th fight, and he's coming up against a boy who's been in the ring with Danny Green, Anthony Mundine, and Sam Solomon.
The great thing about this fight, Tony, it's being fought in great spirits.
Yeah, spectacular spirits both these fights. The boys mean business. There's no doubt about it.
I think
Doing it the honest way.
that's right, and I think Heath Stenton's corner would be very happy with the way proceedings are going at the moment. And I think Willie O'Neill's corner would be looking for a knockout punch. As Tony takes a photo of round 6, ladies and gentlemen.
Speaking for some memento of this occasion, well, the only memento he needs is the announcement of the winner in round 1. That will be embedded in his mind for a long, long time.
We all make mistakes, Tony, but no, nothing that big. No, look, Stephen will fight back. Mark my words. Final round, ladies and gentlemen.
Final round. Kicking off here at the Malvern Town Hall. Fight number 2. Heath Stenton coming out of the red corner up against Willie O'Neill in the blue. Our card has Stenton in front by about 4.
That sounds good.
Just has to survive this round now, Heath Stenton. And he will be declared the winner, we think.
Yes, only something unforeseen will stop Heath Stenton, I would say. But in saying that, it's been a fantastic effort to weather the storm by Willie O'Neill.
Yeah, no, he's stuck it out. Give him full credit for that. Tim Bell up against Maroney Schwalger.
Tiger Tim Bell.
And then the Victorian welterweight title, Shannon McMahon up against Eddie Psycho Delic.
What a great fight that's going to be.
Yeah, that will be a ripper.
Shannon McMahon, one of my favourite fighters. Great technician and a very popular fighter.
As O'Neill and Stenton now start to wind down to the end of round 6. You just get the feeling that neither boxer is going to finish this off with an absolute flurry.
No. No, it doesn't appear that way, Tony.
It's been a good, honest performance with both boys, but as Simon said, that Stenton starts to turn it up a little bit with a couple of long reaches.
It's been an interesting fight. They've fought at close range, and then they've gone out into the back blocks and thrown them. So it's a fight of contrasting styles.
Yep.
Oh, big right hand there.
Trans-Tasman rivalry. Australia up against New Zealand in this one. And Heath Stenton, the Australian boy, ahead on points on our card. Absolutely dominated this fight he has. And continues.
It's a nice combination, that one by Heath Stenton. Two right hands, and they hit the mark, they hit the jaw. But I tell you what, Willy O'Neill, this boy is game.
You know, he's put up a very, very game performance. Nice work from Stenton. Two big rights. Trying to finish off with the knockout now, Heath Stenton. O'Neill, though, stands tall, stands proud, and just tries to see out the end of round number 6. As Stenton continues with a couple to the body now, left and right, combination.
Relentless Stenton up against the ropes. Relentless.
O'Neill, that's it. It's all
That's
over. All over.
All over.
The referee stops it. Says that O'Neill was outclassed. There would have only been seconds left in the round anyway. And I would have seen, excuse me, I would have reckoned that the judges would have had Stenton. That was 6. It was all over. With only a few seconds to go in that one.
Yeah, I just think class told out in the end, Tony, and Heath Stenton, another victory on the totem. Congratulations to Heath, and Willy O'Neill can hold his head up high. Very courageous performance. Make no mistake about it.
New Zealand that comes over to congratulate Heath Stenton. Good sportsmanship from both these boys.
Mick O'Malley in Heath Stenton's corner. Mick O'Malley, one of the sensations of Australian boxing. Commonwealth gold medalist.
So, Willy O'Neill, a game performance. We'll get the official time on round number 6, but I reckon there would have only been a matter of seconds left in round 6. At the end of it, the referee decided to call it a day for Willy O'Neill.
Look, it was only a matter of time. Another great fight. That's 2 down, 3 to go, and boy oh boy, if they're anything like the first 2, the crowd will go home very happy.
Normally on the boxing card, Troy, they get better as the night goes on.
Yes, they usually do.
Yeah, for the last couple.
Well, anything goes. Absolutely anything. The Nick Tetoros farewell, Shannon, McMahon, and Eddie Delic. Batten down the hatches.
My son's pretty impressed. It's his first night at the fight. He's got Brody Hollins next to him, and he's just got his own friend. Life's good when you're 12.
It'd be great to be 12 again.
Stephen J. Peake with the decision in this one.
Thank you, Tony Shebeki and Troy Zantuck, our commentators at ringside here tonight, courtesy of Channel 31 and SEN 1116, the boxing show, 12 midnight Wednesdays, and the kickboxing show tonight when you're driving home at midnight. Now, the official decision, couldn't possibly botch this. The winner, it was stopped by referee Chris Anderson at 2 minutes 51 seconds into the 6th round from Bannockburn and Geelong. Heath Stenton in the red corner. Stenton, trained by Tony Solder. Heath, while you're here, son, a good workmanlike performance. You never let up on him. You were on his case every step of the way in that fight. You showed a lot of dexterity, a lot of strength.
Yeah, that's the way, Steve. Always from New Zealand, they're extremely tough. And I took the fight on 2 days' notice. I probably fought 3 weeks ago and got a cut eye, but I was just about ready to settle in the paddock. And Salt says, we've got a 6th round for you. And we always like to help our promoters when we can. So, yeah, thanks for the opportunity, and it's good to be back in Melbourne.
Yes, now you've, people don't, well, the boxing fans will realise this, you fought everyone. Mundine Green, you went to Japan twice, Nozazawa, and now you're here. What's the next step for you at this point?
Well, I told Tony to take the phone off the hook tonight, and we're going to settle in for Christmas, and hopefully back for the middleweight Australian title at 72 kilo. Tonight I'm 77. Like I said, I was in the paddock, but now it's good to be back. 6 fights this year since June, and yeah, I had 2 years off, and it feels great, you know. There's plenty of good talent out there, and I'm looking forward to box most of them.
Nothing wrong with getting in a good paddock, mate. Now, who's your sponsor? Who's your sponsor?
Alan Ross Motors from Geelong. Excellent. They really look after us. Hall Brothers, my company, they really look after us too. So thanks to the Hories. And yeah, everyone from Geelong and Melbourne, thanks for the support. It's very much appreciated.
Yeah, well, he'd love to see you amongst the trophies again next year, son. So well done to Heath Stenton, ladies and gentlemen. Absolute warrior in boxing. He's fought all the big names in Australia, and he's gone to Japan to fight their champion on 2 occasions. Their last kickboxing tournament of the year, big promotion. Featuring Toby Mitchell. On our third bout of the evening here, 6 by 3 minute rounds, a light heavyweight contest. To my right in the blue corner, he is from New Zealand. He's had 13 fights. He had a big win over 2 of the big New Zealand names in Malalaya and Jeff Stutt. And he's had a couple of wars that went the distance with Sean Sullivan, and no one will forget that man because he's fought Mundine and Green. He's also fought 12 rounds with Gerard Zos, also comes across the Mundine situation there. I give you in the right corner, in the blue corner to the right, the Samoan hitman, Moroni Schwalger. Now to my left, this man, of course, to Melbourne audiences need absolutely no introduction. 7 wins and 3 losses. He's won 4 of his last 5 bouts. He is on what we call the big upward graph. On the 12th of November, he scored a crushing KO victory over Brad Reed, which caught the notice of the scribes because it led to he winning a big award, Victorian Boxing Awards for 2004 for Fight of the Year. I give you none other than Tiger Tim Bell. Chris, to the middle, and last minute instructions from your professional boxing board referee, Mr. Chris Anderson.
Okay, boys, I spoke to both of you, nice and clean. There's a neutral corner, if there's a knockdown, you stay there. Do not signal, you come in. Good luck, boys. Check yourselves at all.
Let's get it on.
Fight number 3 tonight, Malvern Town Hall. It's the big Sergi fight night. Con Anastasiadis putting on a great promotion here tonight. And this one's between Tim Bell and Moroni Schwalger. Tim Bell weighing at 78.7, Schwalger at 80.6.
Tiger Tim Bell, what crowd support this guy's got. And the boy can box, make no mistake about it. Moroni Schwalger, the New Zealander, again a trans-Tasman fight.
Well, I wish I could give you some information on Schwalger. Know nothing about him.
Well, we certainly...
Anything on the box, Rick?
We certainly know a lot about Tiger Tim Bell, and he's in the Richmond colours, the Tiger colours.
Had a great win against Brad Reed, the Knox Netball Centre in his last fight, just over a month ago. Just on a month ago. Comes into this one with 7 wins and 3 losses out of his 10 fights.
An excellent record.
Hey, they both match perfectly, these two, aren't they?
They are.
This is a good match, this one.
Ooh. Lovely combination by Tim Bell. Left.
Schwalger from New Zealand. Tim Bell.
Samoan hitman. He's tough as well because he has to be. Bell comes out. He's had a great fight with Steve Wood. Now this fight lines up pretty well with Tim Bell because Tim Bell's fought Steve Wood too, but Tim Bell was fighting as well as he was fighting now, and Steve Wood got away with Tim Bell. And both guys have fought the same opponent, so that's what I can tell you. But Tim Bell is a different fighter now. As you can see, his legs are well bent. He's beautifully balanced and he's ready to strike like a cobra.
Just over a year ago, that fight between Steve Wood and Tim Bell. Steve Wood went down.
Trained by Gerard Stewart and Dave Curran. I spoke to the boys last night at the weigh-in, and Gerard Stewart went over a few techniques and he's actually showed Tim, and it all made sense. He's a great trainer and he's got a great team there, Tim Bell.
So, Schwalger, nice right there from Schwalger. Bell being told to keep his distance. Schwalger has gone up against the ropes, left those steps in. Single breaks not over, referee Chris Anderson.
An exciting boxer, Tony, Tim Bell. Rapid fire movement. At the moment, unfortunately, there's no rapid fire movement. When he gets in close, he really makes them hurt.
Schwalger, a very interesting stance and a very interesting defence, very wide, keeps the hands apart.
He's obviously got a kickboxing background. It's as tough as nails. It couldn't be a Muay Thai background the way he stands. And look, you wouldn't want to do that too much with Tim Bell because he'll come straight through with the right hand.
So, Tim Bell down on the haunches there, just sizing up the opportunities, looking at every inch of Schwalger, seeing where he can lay that killer punch, trying to get a knockout in this one early. There they go, Bell. Flowing punches from Tim Bell. Schwalger, though, stood up well in this first round.
Looking at this fight, and judging why I see the fight, I don't think it'll go 3 or 4 rounds.
Well, there's the first down. And we'll have Tim Bell up on points in that one, Troy Lloyd.
Yes, I thought Tim Bell threw the better punches. Moroni Schwalger throwing them, but landing again on the gloves of Tim Bell. An unusual stance, Moroni Schwalger, Tony.
As Pete said, he doesn't get in tight, boxing glove stance, hands very wide apart with the defender kicks. Stan the man Montanidis came over us during the break of the last fight. He is looking spectacular. He can still step in the ring.
Oh, an absolute superstar of Australian kickboxing. Put kickboxing on the map.
Said to him, said to Stan the man, what do you think tonight, Stan? What do you think's going to happen? He said, I love Nick. He said, I'm just concerned for Nick. I just want him to get out there, have a big win, and then get out of the game. Make this his last one to go out with a big victory. He said, I love the boy. He said, I want the best for him. That's all I want. Great words for a great man. And that fight coming up very soon. Nick Tetoros and Clinton Simmons. Tim Bell and Moroni Schwalger though. Into round 2 now of this one. Coming up after this, the Victorian Welterweight title, Shannon McMahon taking on Eddie Psycho Jelly. Back. Mid-ring now. Just I like the way Bell just gets down on the
Yes, he's very, very panther-like in his movements. His dexterity is very much so. There's no doubt about it, Tony. Tim Bell, a fighter on the way up, and his record speaks for itself.
Beautiful physique.
Oh, an ideal physique for a boxer. But I like the way he moves. Oh, Schwalger, a nice left hook.
Finish it off. What they're telling him to do. Let's see.
Schwalger with those open hands, almost inviting Tim Bell.
Here's a nice uppercut there from Schwalger. Tim's won a couple of those, he's felt.
Yeah, certainly has. He's playing the role of counter puncher, Schwalger, and playing it very well at the moment.
Unlock again. This is round 2 of the 6th round fight. As Tim Bell. Rodney Schwalger. Reaching.
Schwalger downstairs.
Schwalger with a left hand, it was more of a slap.
It was more of a slap, and he was looking for the huge right uppercut, and missed by a long way. No.
Well, if we had Bell in round 1,
This is Schwalger's round at the moment.
nice left there from Bell. Really damage though.
A big right hand by Schwalger.
Confidence is growing from the big Samoan.
Bell had that fight 3 weeks ago against Brad Reed where he knocked Brad Reed out. He'd be feeling a little funny.
Good fight that one out, Doc. Got a bit of TV coverage too, and
Foxtel, yes.
people around the nation have seen the way that Tim Bell fights.
It's been surprising, Tony. Tim Bell usually very, very busy. I think he needs to get very, very busy. Schwalger looks to me to be a quality opponent.
Do you think he's feeling the effects of that like 3 weeks ago?
Can be. Sometimes it works for you, sometimes it works against you. At the moment, Tim's feeling this guy out. He's got him under control, but he's not explosive because he would have peaked for the fight against Brad Reed. It's hard to peak twice in a short amount of time.
They do it with horses. Sometimes they do the horse run on Saturday, running again on the Wednesday. To be seen whether that's a strategy that works for Tim Bell. But they've come out for round 3 and Bell's come out fighting. Come out hard straight from the start. Doesn't want to give Schwalger anything here. He's really picked up the weight. Bounced out of the corner. And Schwalger's saying, "Ooh, hang on a minute." Here we go. Schwalger now. Up against the ropes. Bell with a couple of lefts and rights. Schwalger finds himself off the ropes, and now Bell finds himself in that situation. As Bell now comes in.
Try and get Tim Bell looking keen.
Some nice body work there by Tim Bell.
Turned the tables. Copped a couple in the second. Didn't like the feel of that. And now he thought, well, I'm going to let him feel just exactly what it's like.
And now he's starting to dictate Tim Bell. It was. And a slip. A slip of the boxing boots.
Little jab there from Schwalger. Connecting, no damage though.
I've got to say, Tony, Schwalger's got one of the most unusual boxing styles I've ever seen.
I'm just waiting for Tim Bell to go straight down the middle and bang on the nose and put him over the ropes.
If it only was that easy, Tony. If it only was that easy. Oh, a big one. A big one. That come out of the Rialto, that one. It was a huge punch.
Bell's confidence is lifted here in the third. As he
Yep.
said, he copped a couple in the second. 1 round each you have these two at the moment. But if the Bell was to go now, you'd give it to Bell.
Yes, he's definitely thrown the more quality punches. Oh, big right hand by Tim Bell there.
Watch the head, says the ref. Watch the head. Schwalger now.
Yes, lovely punching there.
A couple of lefts there to the jaw. Nice.
Yeah, scoring punches, no doubt.
Tiger Tim Bell. Steps forward. against Maroney Schwalger.
Both boys looking for a breather there, Tony.
We have it 1 round each. Probably Bell in front on this one. Tiger Tim Bell bounced off the ropes at the start of the round and just entered into a tirade of punches. Maroney Schwalger, a little bit stunned by it, didn't expect the pace and the speed to start round 3.
Yeah, I'd have to say, give that round to Tim Bell, Tiger Tim Bell. Definitely come out with fire in the belly in that round.
Pete, how you seeing this one? One-way traffic, says Pete Maniatis. All Tim Bell. The prediction of Peter Maniatis was it to be over by round 4. Let's see if that happens. That's the smiling round 4. That's its way out of the ring.
Every picture tells a story. Tony Shebeki.
That's Tim Bell back up on his feet.
It's great for boxing. Tim Bell brings a lot of colour to it, and the guy can box.
Brings a good fan base too.
Terrific for boxing.
Kick-off, round 4. Right, straight from the start.
Straight from the get-go. Bell, the right.
Draw, you've been a regular guest on SCN Radio with Shebeki. I say, how do you enjoy the radio?
Absolutely fantastic, Pete. Really enjoying it. As Tim Bell unloads.
Schwalger.
Tim Bell starting to pick up the pace.
Schwalger looking tired. You can see in his face now that he's looking tired, and Bell just has to keep this rate going and just wear Schwalger right down to the mat. Schwalger trying to box his way out of it, but Bell definitely in front on the quantity of punches and probably in the quality as well. I think.
Oh, great exchange. Right on the button there, Tim Bell. Beautiful right hand.
There's Bell again now. He's got a beautiful exchange, Bell. He gets 3, 4, 5 in quick.
You know Tim Bell fought Danny Green in the amateurs. There was only 1 or 2 points of difference, and the actual computer system broke down halfway through the fight, so that was a controversial decision awarded to Danny Green. So that's the depth Tim Bell's been in when we talk about Danny Green.
One of the big names in boxing here in Australia, Danny Green.
He's a big whale, Danny Green now. Both boys working away. This is where Tim Bell can work away up against the ropes, because Maroney's elbows are up high. It's slip and rip into those kidneys. Maroney's a tough boy.
The Bell wouldn't.
Boxing when you're feeling tired, but you only just keep going and keep up the fight. Push through the pain barrier.
Well, it's an intangible. Bell.
Both boxers throwing a left on that one. Bell with a couple of little right jabs. There, Walter's holding the wrist.
Let it go! Let it go!
Schwalger standing up to Bell. This has been a tough contest.
2 tough guys, man.
Between these 2 light heavyweights.
Saved by the Bell, Tony Shebeki. A great round of boxing, and the crowd are very appreciative of that particular round between Maroney Schwalger and Tiger Tim Bell. Got to give it to Tim Bell in there. Showed the initiative and hit Maroney Schwalger with some big punches.
So we're coming up to round 5 of this big fight night here, the Sergi fight night.
Tony, as I've said it ad nauseum, that this is a sensational fight night. All the fights have been quality fights, and the boys, sensational.
Round 5 kicks off. Hang on. Ref is okay, now we've got to go. Sending both boys boxers to the neutral corner for the start. Again, Bell, you come out hard from the start of this round and stunned.
Ooh, some overhand rights there from Tiger Tim Bell.
The thing is though, Schwalger's actually holding Bell easy around the waist. Bell's got every right to be in his corner.
Bell fending off Schwalger with that left hand.
Nice right there from Schwalger. Still boxing on Schwalger. He's a tired boy, but he's boxing on. Bell not finding this as easy as he thought it may have been.
There's no doubt about the New Zealanders, Tony. They have got so much guts. It's quite astonishing. They can take some enormous head punches, and we've seen that from Willie O'Neill and now Moroni Schwalger, and they can keep coming back.
Crowd starting to lift their cheering and applause in anticipation. Right behind Tiger Tim. The capacity crowd here at Malvern Town Hall. Now, Tim Bell putting himself into control of this one. Schwalger against the ropes and Bell throws him up against him. Bell not giving Schwalger anything. Both boxers now really starting to feel that lactic acid building up in the legs. It's who can get through it the best, and we'll take this one out. Tim Bell, though, seems to be having the upper hand.
It's extraordinary, this fight, Tony. Schwalger just invites Tiger Tim Bell just to nail him, and somehow his defences that he's put up have done the job.
On our card, we've got Tiger Tim Bell up 39-36 at the end of round 4. Just going to keep going. But as they say in the classics, Troy boy, it ain't over till it's over.
That's certainly right there, Shebexter.
Never give a Samoan an even break.
The words of wisdom from Tony Shebeki, ladies and gentlemen. It's Tiger Tim Bell and Moroni Schwalger.
Now, Schwalger's in trouble there. He stood
Oh,
and could not see where those punches were coming from.
no.
Absolute slugfest, isn't it?
Yeah. That it is.
And they're using all corners of the ring.
Couple of extra ones for Round 5 down, 1 to go.
The punters really appreciating this, Tony. Make no mistake about it. On their feet, the crowd. Absolutely lapping this up.
Bell again in that one.
Yes, Bell, but just. I thought Schwalger landed some very handy punches late in that round.
49-46, we've got it on the scorecard here after round 5. There's 1 to go.
Schwalger,
Out of this, 2 big fights.
Schwalger needing a knockout, Tony.
Shannon McMahon coming up against Eddie Psycho Delic for the Victorian welterweight title. Tetoros up against Simmons in the main event. This will go down in the boxing classics. Put it in the vault. Yes. Round 6. The final round.
This is where you cash all, put all the chips on the table and cash them in. When you take all this.
Well, Tim Bell's gone all in with this one. He has put all his chips on the table and
He's
come out
banking
again.
on the big aces.
He's got a pair of jukes that'll do damage to you if they don't worry about that.
Schwalger with that open stance. I don't know why he does that. He should just right there, right there,
clean trade. Tiger Tim Bell. Schwalger. Oh, Schwalger looking for petrol tickets, Tony.
As Bell now.
Ferocious punching by the Tiger.
No problems there. He is a good boxer at this point, Tim Bell. And he's showing a bit of class here, going the distance. Showing he's got an array of punches.
Oh, he
landed that one,
Schwalger hit him with a beautiful right.
Bell down, bouncing, still moving around, down on the haunches.
Down on the...
Sizing up the opponent. He's got him against the ropes. And here is an opportunity, no. We've got another break. Still a lot of work, Tim Bell.
I'm just thinking how much that fight took out him 3 weeks ago.
Well, you get the feeling that it probably took a bit out of him, but because he has got a bit of class.
Oh, some heavy punches from Tim Bell.
And as you just said, Troy, he's able to come out with punch after punch.
Oh, he's got the artillery, no doubt about it, Tony.
Let's not take anything away from him.
Schwalger's put up a game effort, but he's really tiring now as Tim Bell.
Lands a couple of rights to the cheek of Schwalger. Not long now to the end of round 6. And Tim Bell just has to stay playing and he'll have this one. Again, a nice left. 30 to go, they're telling him from the corner. And Bell will tough it out for the last 20 or so seconds.
As the crowd rise to the occasion with their support for Tiger Tim Bell.
They're getting right behind Tiger Tim Bell.
Crowd here at Malvern Town Hall.
They are hanging from the rafters and yelling, Tiger,
Extraordinary scenes, ladies and gentlemen. Tiger Tim Bell and Moroni Schwalger exchanging big blows after the 7th round, Peter Mediatis. What a fight.
we didn't see enough from 6. As if we didn't see enough from 6.
Tiger Tim Bell, Tony Shibeki was unleashed.
Certainly did. Schwalger, though. It was Schwalger who landed a couple after the bell, and Tiger Tim said, hey, boy, you want to fight that game? Don't play it.
Oh, look. Unbelievable scenes, Peter Mediatis. Yeah, it's a beautiful saying.
We've scored at 59-55. Unanimous decision to Tim Bell. As Moroni Schwalger and Tim Bell meet in the middle, and all is forgiven.
That's the greatness of boxing.
Gentlemen's sport.
Yeah.
Well, like the crowd erupted, Stephen JP gives this one a stop.
I think his bow tie would be in a lot of trouble.
Well, how would you describe, Peter Mediatis, how would you describe Stephen J's dress sense?
He's a four-man's house league.
He's a poor man's hell, but let's give Stephen one thing. He's up there having a crack. He's not short of a word, is he?
No, that's very true. He's got more notes than the murder trial.
But one of the great characters of boxing, and boy do we need them.
Love working with Stephen JP on SEN England 16, as I know you do.
Notice to the centre of the ring.
Great value to the media.
Stan the man Longanides at ringside, ladies and gentlemen. Give him a round of applause. Stan the man. Good on you, Stan. Okay, I'll have another go at it. Judge Andrew, I'll draw it out for you. Judge Andrew Campbell has it 57-57. Judge Joe Mann has it 57-57. And Judge Ignatius Missilades has it 57-57, a unanimous draw. A unanimous draw. Tiger Tim Bell. Good to see you, Tim. How you feeling, son?
It'd be better if I got the decision, mate, but yeah, pretty good.
Yes, now you got caught with some early shots in the early parts of the fight, but then you worked that out and you came back, you worked your way back into it. Do you think you'd worked your way in enough to win?
I was just trying to figure out whether it could hit or not, Pete.
Tell you what, he was throwing some shots, but then you threw some rippers coming back there towards the last couple of rounds.
Yeah, I flattened out a bit, today. I wasn't on song 100%. I should have stopped him. If we fight again, I'll stop him for sure.
Well, good on you, Tim. Now, next year coming up, what's anything in the pipeline?
I'd like to fight every, 1 to 2 weeks. Just get as many fans to the fights as we can. It's really good to get a good crowd behind the boys, and keeps us training hard too. So fantastic to get the good support. Thank you.
Good on you, Tim. Tiger Tim Bell, ladies and gentlemen, he's had a good year. He's won 4 and a draw of his last 6 fights. Well done. Now, we might see if we can get Moroni Schwalger over here from New Zealand. Moroni. Here he is. Very benevolent fighter. Now Moroni, he's making his way to the rooms. Our next bout, short break, I think, and we're going to keep going here. We're going to probably auction some gloves now, I'd say. We're going to auction the gloves. In the ring, this is what's up for grabs here, ladies and gentlemen, the Victorian welterweight title.
Can't have none of that.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is 8 3-minute rounds. It is for the Victorian welterweight title. That's the big title fight on this card here tonight. 8 3-minute rounds. To my, in the blue corner, very colourful corner in the blue, have a man who has had an excellent record in both boxing and kickboxing. He has a fantastic heritage, 10 bouts. He's had 5 wins, 4 losses and a draw. He has showed abundant skills in both pursuits. Fresh from a unanimous decision win over Lightning Nick Lund at Box Hill in July, and with the absolute super corner of Paul Firefield and Bernie. Is it from the Veggie Bar, I think, isn't it? Yes, in the corner. I give you Eddie Psycho Delic. Delic. And to my left in the red corner, a man who has put himself on the radar big time in the last 18 months in Australia. Trained by the ageless and highly skilled Bobby Scrivano. 6 fights, 6 wins. A perfect superfecta of success. Unanimous decisions over Waru Sullivan. Obliterated Kagina Falafa at the Keeler in February. He is the original dancing man of boxing. Where was his invitation to Dancing with the Stars, I might say? I give you the one and only Shannon. Fire alarm!
McMahon.
Instructions have been given, and we are in for a cracker of a title fight here, boys. Victorian welterweight title.
This could be the fight of the year. Shannon and McMahon certainly away.
Well, two contrasting fighting styles. Delic is in and under. Shannon likes to box long range and then pick his opponent off. It just promises to be an absolute ripped snort of Tony Shebeki. Delic just flew. He's come. Shannon McMahon has to weather this storm and get some rhythm.
McMahon weighing in at 65 on the button. Delic 66 and a half. It's a light middleweight. The Victorian welterweight title here tonight. Delic with the black trunks. McMahon black with the black.
Nice combination by Shannon McMahon. It lit up like a Christmas tree, Tony Shebeki.
Respect for these parents from each other.
This is the fittest I've seen Delic look in a long, long time. He's rippling. He's rippling in muscle, Delic. Fantastic. He's really come up for this fight.
Delic with the left hand there. Yeah, Delic with the left hand. And another left hand.
So, McMahon and Delic training blows the first minute and a half, 2 minutes.
Delic with a spring in his step, dancing around the ring.
McMahon looking to load the knockout blow early here. Delic just looking to get a few punches in. He's doing that nicely.
McMahon's leading from the notes.
A bit of red juice. Dribbling.
A bit of claret.
Claret dribbling for will you be able to show that on channel 31, Peter?
Yes, with a 10:30 time slot we can, and McMahon's got the Lux hair there. Beautiful hairstyle with the Lux hair.
I'm looking you go there too, Pete. Spectacular, right? The wax.
The wax.
The wax, the slick back. I fed even thought I was in the movie Casino.
All I need is Al Pacino by my side.
The crowd are on their feet, but they'll have to give that round to Eddie Delic. Peter, that's the thing about Eddie Delic, unpredictable. You never know what he's going to come up with next. He doesn't let you get into a rhythm, as Shannon has been used to in his past fights. Delic bleeding from the nose also, Tony.
I'll tell you what, the nose surgeon's going to be having probably a couple of extra paychecks before their Christmas, I think.
Could be right, Pete. Good way to spend his winter up in Aspen, Colorado. Delic again. Oh, hang on. Referee seen something. Referee Ignatius Mussolini. Going a bit too low. Do it another time so you lose the points. Not doing any damage, right? Delic dancing around, trying to beat McMahon with his own game. McMahon, beautiful movement around the ring. Delic just lovely focus in the eyes.
Great focus. Both guys terrific on their feet, Tony.
Welterweights at their best. It's the Victorian title up for grabs here tonight. Delic just getting the first round just. McMahon fighting his way back into it in round two. Both bosses waiting to seize the opportunity.
McMahon nails Delic with a nice left there. Superb counter punching by both fighters.
Delic could have been in trouble against the rope.
This is the fight of the year, without a shadow of a doubt. This is as even as you can possibly get.
Spot on there, Peter Manianos. Scoring punches galore in this one from both fighters. Once again,
What a superb fight. What a superb fight.
can they keep it going for another 6 after this?
It's a big stakes fight, Tony Shebeki, this one. Victorian welterweight title at stake.
Both fit as a rally ball. They will go 20 rounds if they have to. We will get a winner. Who's it going to be?
What an explosive fight this has been, Tony. This has brought the crowd to their feet. Both guys with enormous support throughout Victoria in the boxing world. Both guys bleeding from the nose.
I'm bleeding from the heart.
What can I say, ladies and gentlemen? A fantastic fight night this has been at the Malvern Town Hall. He's enjoying every minute of this.
So, straight back into action again, round 3. Malvern Town Hall, it's the big Sergi fight night. With thanks to Sergi Cranes, who sponsored this night.
They have done a magnificent job back in boxing up the Sergi people. They are fantastic for the sport of professional boxing.
Joining us here at ringside to watch this title bout. There is no stopping in the punching war between these two. McMahon throws a few. Delic fights straight back with a few of his own.
And both boys are great people outside the ring. Eddie Delic's a great guy, he's a Collingwood supporter. Shannon's one of the most beautiful people you ever want to meet outside the ring. Articulate, professional, always on time. It's great to see two fantastic people in the ring here giving it 100%, isn't it?
Shannon McMahon, Peter, a technician. He's a technical boxer, isn't he?
It's a beautiful box.
And
dancing.
A couple of Collingwood boys here tonight to support Eddie Delic.
Jewel, Total Tofu, and then Paul Fury and Brody Holland, good friends of mine.
So, they separate. Neither boxer getting a quarter in this one. If one throws 6, the other throws
great thing about this this particular bout, Tony, the lightning hand speed is extraordinary between Delic and McMahon.
Delic in close. All the holding was being done by McMahon. Delic put in a couple of uppercuts with the left and right. They've both caught a couple of punches. They're both feeling the effects. But they both just keep coming back for more. McMahon comes in again. Delic against the ropes, and I like Delic when he's against the ropes. It's a secret thing to box down. Boxing out hard, Peter.
He goes, see, I'm amazed at the pace of these guys that are going. I don't know if they can keep it up. It's a fast pace, isn't it?
Similar to our first fight tonight.
Haven't we had some great matchups tonight?
This is a ripper. We said at the end of the second, Pete, that the fight night normally gets better as the night gets longer.
I can't wait for the main event. Thank you.
Delic putting his hand up as though he'd won. He thinks he's in the box seat. Well, I think the Shannon McMahon corner might have something to say about that. These two fighters have put on an absolute exhibition for the crowd at the Malvern Town Hall tonight. They've got to be happy with what they're seeing. Quality fight, two quality fighters, and a lot at stake. The Victorian welterweight title. A big stakes fight. I'm joined by Peter Maniatis and Tony Shabecki. I'm Troy Zantuck, and we're really enjoying the Sergi Fight Night, Malvern Town Hall.
Straight into it again. McMahon off the stool and into boxing mode. Start around 4. Delic just wearing those, biding his time, looking for an opportunity.
Nice combination there by Shannon McMahon.
Very high defensive Eddie Delic.
Delic coming back. He won't be denied.
As they shape up again, centering. A little warning. Once again.
Still plenty of bounce in those feet, Tony.
Oh, yeah. No, they're moving well, these two. They are moving well. Trained to the minute, both boxers. McMahon putting in the jabs. Delic has that high. So the jabs of McMahon just not penetrating at the moment.
That's usually Shannon McMahon's strong suit, his jabs. Very effective. No. Well, Delic won't let Shannon get into a rhythm.
Jabbing on the wrists, on the gloves. Just missing, going over the top. We're coming up to the end of round 4. We'll be halfway there in this classic bout. Victorian welterweight title. Shannon McMahon in the black and grey stripe. Eddie Delic in the black trunk. Bit of holding being done there by McMahon. Delic into an attempt
Shebeki.
What's all about? They're both in here. The Victorian welterweight title, 4 rounds gone, Troy. How do you see it?
Oh, I don't want to sit on the fence. Delic, maybe. Delic.
I'll be happy with the 2 all at the moment, 2 rounds each.
Okay, Shubexter, you've gone for 2 all. I think you're probably right. But the exchanges of punches have been extraordinary. And most of them have been scoring punches. So the punishment that both of these boys have dished out is quite amazing. And they're still skipping. Round 5.
And away they go again.
Big right hand. Absolutely.
Nothing taken in this fight.
This is a real fight. You don't get many fights like this. It has been matched up beautifully.
You've called it right there, Pete.
Can Delic come back, Tony, after the standing 8 count?
Well, he can. He has. Whether he can sustain it or not's another thing. But McMahon definitely with the upper hand in this one at the moment as we speak. That could change.
McMahon.
Again, though, McMahon has Delic up against the ropes.
And his hands are down. He looks tired.
Yeah.
He's going to have his hands up.
Now Delic remembers that's where the defence should be, and that's where he puts it. And again, McMahon just pokes away with the jabs. Delic now.
Cagey fighter, Delic. Delic, he's got an ace up his sleeve.
McMahon's left and right combinations are really troubling Delic at the moment.
Well, if Delic's got an ace up his sleeve, he'd want to play it shortly. Otherwise, that ace could be declared a joker. Because McMahon is all over Delic at the moment. He's all over
He's really stepped up the pace in this round, Tony. Shannon McMahon.
A warning for dipping the shoulder. And again, McMahon coming in. Whoa! There's a slip. Bit of grappling going on. Delic says, what the hell was that? Not having it all, Eddie Delic. McMahon still scoring and scoring well in this round. Bell not too far away there.
McMahon.
Royce Anton, 5 down.
Oh, super round by Shannon McMahon. I think that could have tipped the scales, Tony Shebeki.
He has come out every round, Peter Maniatis. Full of fight, full of energy, Shannon McMahon. And in that round 5, that energy turned into a knockout punch.
The master technician in that round, Tony Shebeki.
I said a knockout punch, I correct myself, a knockdown punch.
Knockdown punch.
That's what it was.
He showcased all of his moves in that particular round, Peter Maniatis, Shannon McMahon.
I'm out of gas. I'm out of gas and I'm sitting at ringside. I don't know how the boys feel up there. I don't think you can ever be out of gas, Tony. Oh, best start.
Round 6, Tony Shebeki.
King G, away we go. Will McMahon come out hard again, as he has in all previous 5 rounds? Well, nothing closer to the truth. truth, because here he comes. Delic trying to find his way out. McMahon holding.
There's quite a bit of feeling in this fight, Tony.
Ignatius Mussolini's having a chat to both boxers. Telling him to keep it clean.
This fight's had everything.
Again, McMahon has been good in close, but so has Delic. When Delic has sensed himself in trouble, he's had the presence of mind to fight himself out of it.
McMahon, after a slow start, showing some authority now.
Certainly is. Lifting up the tempo, lifting up the rate.
Delic's got to get busy like he was in the early rounds. He's just thrown one left hook and one left hook. He's just got to put it together.
The clarity and the focus just isn't in the eyes now, Delic, as it was 2 rounds ago.
It's that amazing thing called confidence, Tony, and Shannon McMahon has had an injection the last 2 rounds.
Don't say that, we'll have the board on you. An injection of confidence.
An injection of confidence. Well, that
So McMahon again. 1-2. Jabs left. Delic, who in the first 4 rounds had the defence up high all the time, now finds those arms hanging around mid-waist, and every now and then they go up towards the head area. He's tired. He's feeling the effects of a couple of great sets of punches from McMahon, which included a knockdown in the 5th.
and that will count heavily in the decision if it does go all the way.
Spot on there, Troy.
McMahon's been groomed for bigger honours. A lot of good judges rate Shannon a real deal.
6 fights for 6 wins. Shannon McMahon.
Mr. 100% does not know how to lose.
Looking to make it number 7. But he's up against Eddie Delic.
Took it over in there. Landed a couple. Let's hope that McMahon didn't spend all that energy in round 5 and has left himself low. Delic sensing a comeback.
Stalking like a raging bull then, Eddie Delic. Oh, heavy exchange.
Delic has got a huge puffed up left eye. Works away at the body, bell ring.
And another sensational round, ladies and gentlemen. The crowd really appreciating this. A boxing match for the ages.
Well, I've got it down as Shannon McMahon 3 points in front.
Yes, I'm with Shannon by 2. The momentum, the pendulum has swung in Shannon McMahon's favour.
And continues to swing. Just when you think Shannon McMahon is on top, Delic finds it in his heart to come back with a few of his own and puts himself back into the situation.
The stakes are high, Tony, and neither one of these boys is going down without the best fight of their lives.
Round 7, the penultimate, the second last if you want to call it that. And McMahon again comes out of the blocks, hard and fast. Delic's worked out the plan, I think, though. He feels that if he can just get over that initial minute of McMahon, then he can get himself back into the...
Oh, Delic hit him with a big left hand.
Here comes Delic again.
Oh!
Pushing him down. 1 point off for Shannon McMahon for holding. A fair call. He received a warning for the same thing before. And Ignatius Miscellanies acting on the warning, and McMahon loses a point for holding.
That could be the difference between winning or losing.
Delic testing his innocence that he actually slipped.
And Delic with a final fire rate of 30 or 40 seconds of punching could see him win this round 10-7.
The pendulum has swung back. Amazing. Amazing.
As Delic now in the corner receives a warning from the referee for what could have been hiding with the elbow. I think
big punch by Shannon McMahon. Delic in big trouble. But Delic is coming back. Counter punching. 1 point deduction.
They've both lost a point. How fast and furious is this fight? You cannot take a breath. This is what Victorian boxing is all about. This is what it needs. This is boxing.
at its best. They've both lost a point this round.
Big right hand by Shannon.
McMahon that went down. And McMahon, though, finding it in him to fight back towards the end of round number 7. Delic going low. High, 10 seconds left. McMahon coming back right, left. Delic, right, left. Launched himself off the canvas.
Motion charge.
And went bang. This is a ripper. We've got 3 minutes of it left.
Oh, extraordinary scenes, Tony. Amazing. This is the final round, ladies and gentlemen, and what a round it promises to be. There could be 1 point in this boxing bout, and this will be the round to decide who is. If there's 1 point in, it could be even for the Victorian welterweight title.
This is a ripper. Title fights are meant to be like this,
This is like the old days at the House of Stack Festival Hall. There's something about Malvern Town Hall that seems to draw them out.
Certainly does. Referee. Touch gloves and kick it off. Round 8, 3 minutes of hell left for both these guys. They have fought 7 tough, fast, and hard rounds. Now they've got to do it for another 2.5 minutes. McMahon again in the style that has seen him come out in each round, hard and fast. Does it again in round 8. Each round was followed.
Big run.
McMahon in again, left and right. Delic just throwing their head back a little bit then. Don't know whether that was in frustration, but McMahon nearly landed a ripper. And a bit of showboating after it. And again, another right meets its mark. And again, it goes Delic though, fighting off the ropes. We'll have a break.
This has to be the fight of the year.
Without a doubt.
Without a shadow of a doubt. I have seen everything here tonight.
The Boxing Awards of 2004 were given away 4 weeks too early.
I agree.
This has to count for 2005.
This has been an absolute ripper, Shebeck.
McMahon continues with the lefts and the rights. Delic keeping that defence up high now. He lost that stance for the last couple of rounds, had the gloves down lower. But remembering what's kept him in this fight is his ability to stop McMahon from landing a big one, except for one time that it did happen. And again, McMahon, 1-2, left, right. Follows up, 1-2 again, left, right. Delic in close, sends a couple of the ribs of Shannon McMahon. Again, McMahon trying to get the upper hand. This could prove to be the decisive round.
It certainly could, Johnny.
This could be the defining moment in the fight these last few minutes.
This could be the defining moment in both of these boxers' career. McMahon goes 7-0 after this if he wins, and winning such a good fight against such a good opportunity, the world all of a sudden opens up.
Very true, Tony. Very true.
Shannon McMahon would know that. His corner would know it.
emotion. What a fight. The best fight I've seen in 3 years, Tony. Emotional scenes. Both fighters embracing. But let's make no mistake, there was plenty of spite in that fight, Tony. Plenty.
There was feeling. It had that.
Will Shannon McMahon go on to 7-zip? Or will Eddie Delic?
I feel it could.
Victorian.
7 blew me away because we had the 2 points, had point taken off each boxer for 2 separate instances. Then we had the knockdown to McMahon, which I think brought Delic right back into the fight. We had him probably about 2 points down. He probably gained the momentum, maybe clawed a couple of points back, and then that last round was 6 of one, half a dozen of the other.
Too close to call. Too close to call. What we can take out of this fight is that one of the best fights I've ever seen.
We could foreseeably see a draw.
It'd be a fitting result. It'd be a fitting result.
It would be. Eddie Delic receives applause from the crowd. Stephen J. Peake being given a drink of the Musashi water from the Delic corner. And we are about to find out the decision.
All will be revealed
in this bout. It's for the Victorian welterweight title. Eddie Delic has done himself no damage of the reputation.
None at all.
Neither is Shannon McMahon.
Shannon McMahon.
They both raise each other's hand.
He's a great young man, Shannon McMahon. A great fighter in the ring and a model citizen out of the ring, Tony Shebeki. He's a great man.
He is. And we await now the decision.
And Eddie Delic, bucket loads of courage, Eddie Delic.
One of these 2 men will be going home with the Victorian welterweight title around their waist. Shannon McMahon has the crowd on his side. Well, we still await the decision from the judges. Scores are being added up as we speak.
A nervous wait for both boys, Tony.
Being a title fight, this has extra checks, double checks and triple checks. Well, that was a ripper, an absolute ripper. Whatever you paid to come into this stadium tonight to see that fight wasn't enough.
Look, we'll be talking about this fight for a long, long time.
Well, at least for another week. When we have the SEN boxing show, midnight ringside on the Thursday morning.
Fighters are in the middle.
By Stephen Peake, Peter Maniatis.
Judge Andrew Campbell rules 76 to 73 Delic. Judge Chris Anderson 76-74 McMahon. Judge Anika Williams 75-74 blue corner Eddie Delic. Blue corner Eddie Delic.
I've got to make sure this bloke gets it up right.
That would, now as you all know, when we vote the Victorian Fighter of the Year, we do the voting in November, but that fight already, and I won't precast votes, there'd have to be some darn good boxing next year for that fight to win the Fight of the Year 2005. That's how good that was. Well done, Eddie. We'll start with Eddie. Eddie, what a absolute war that was between you two. An absolute, you're just two warriors, as fit as could be.
First of all, I want to say here, he's one tough son of a gun. I'd admit, first time I've ever been put on my ass tonight. Good stuff, Shannon, top fighter, champion of the future, this guy. Thanks to everyone who come down to support me tonight. I love you all. Thanks to the best corner in the world. Love you guys too, mate.
You've got a lot of support in that corner, that Firefield team. They're very vocal. And well done, Eddie Delic, the new Victorian welterweight champion, ladies and gentlemen, Eddie Delic. Shannon, that was a tough bout all the way through, as close as could be. I notice over here in this corner, you pointed to the ground at one stage. That knockdown over there, you looked to be a little bit concerned because you thought it might have been a slip, but then again, he did hit you with a punch. What do you think?
Oh, you know, I thought it was a slip, but that's the way it goes. All the credit to Eddie, he's a tough warrior. You know, he put up a good fight. What can I say? He deserves to be the champion because he is.
Well, that was, as I just said before, if there's be very difficult to see next year anything top that already. That goes down in the accolades as a potential fight of the year. Both of you were 100%. You're both as fit as Melly Bulls, and perhaps, no doubt, the corners will get together, rematch in the offing.
Yeah, you know, have a break, come back, and yeah, I'd love to do it again. You know, all credit to Eddie.
Well done to you, and
just like to thank a few people. My corner, John Marcos, John Ellis, Bob Scavano, everyone else that helps me. My 3 sponsors, Lux Air, Castagna Steel and Danny's Hamburgers, Doherty's Gym. Thank you very much for the support. And thanks to all the fans for coming out. I love you. Like, sorry I couldn't win the title. I'll win it next year, I promise. Thanks, Ed.
well done. Very emotional end to the evening. To my right in the blue corner, a man who has stepped in very recently there. He's a New Zealander, lightweight champion, the middleweight champion. He has had 15 fights over a lengthy period of time, commenced boxing in 1990. Fantastic to see him here in Melbourne for the first time that I can remember. And I give you in the blue corner, Clinton Simmons from New Zealand. Now, as I said before, the man to my left in the red corner has had a marvellous career in boxing and kickboxing, has featured in some of the most unforgettable bouts in Australian boxing and kickboxing history. He's had 19 fights, 16 wins, 2 losses and a draw, 9 KOs. He fought Julian Holland in 1996 to a technical draw. He was formerly ranked number 8 WBC in his weight division. He fought a war in the kickboxing ring with Sam Solomon around 1996. And for the last time, he now steps into the ring here. And I just wish to quote, if someone said to me how I rated a fellow of the dexterity individualism of Nick Tetoros, I'm going to quote, and you'll have to give me a little bit of time here. On behalf of Nick Tetoros, I'm going to quote from the famous American President Theodore Roosevelt, who once said, "It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or whether the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs but comes back again and again, because without effort and without error and without shortcoming, who does actually strive to do the deeds, who knows the great enthusiasms, the great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at the best knows in the end the triumphs of high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who know neither victory or defeat. I give you for the very last time in boxing here in Melbourne and Australia, Nick the Terror Tetoros! We're going to sing the anthem on this auspicious occasion, and Mr. Brian Young will attend to those duties. Brian?
Let us rejoice, for we are young and free. We've golden soil and wealth for toil. Our home is good by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty, rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains, then let us sing, advance Australia fair. A merry, merry Christmas to you all, and may God bless you all, and have a safe and happy new year. Thank you all. Back to Stephen Peake, your ringside announcer.
Thank you, Brian Young. Absolutely superb. Would the fighters please move into ring centre for last-minute instructions from expert referee Chris Anderson.
Okay, boys, I've spoke to both of you in the dressing room. A nice and clean fight. Protect yourselves at all times. Good luck.
Emotional night at the Malvern Town Hall, Troy. Mate, it's fantastic to be able to commentate the Tetoros last fight. Let's see how we can go out in grand style.
What he's done for boxing and kickboxing, Pete's been enormous, and a nicer guy out of the ring you wouldn't meet.
He's a real McCoy. Here we go. Lining them up. Oh, the right hand from Simmons lands on a button straight away. Nick Tetoros beautifully balanced. Coming in straight and hard as he always does. Nick Tetoros boxing beautifully. Hands up, Nick, go chin down.
Punch by the Terror.
I don't see him get up.
Could be all over, Peter.
The top was a record blow. He slips no God.
Simmons.
Tetoros.
What an enormous punch
blow.
to the solar plexus. Extraordinary scenes.
Tetoros wins by KO round one.
One of the quickest fights I've ever seen, Peter
He has
Maniatis.
broken his ribs. The people that are yelling, they don't realise what it feels like to cut the kidney shot.
Clinton Simmons is in agony.
He's in big trouble.
He is in big trouble. Let's hope everything's all right with Clinton Simmons, but what a way to go out for the Terror. First round.
That is a marvellous play to end a career. One round and out.
Peter, you've had a lot to do with Nick over the years. Just tell us a little bit about Nick's history and what he's achieved in the sport of boxing.
mate. He's a fabulous man. He's a great person. He's an ambassador for boxing and kickboxing. And it's a pleasure to be involved with him.
And he's got a smile from ear to ear, Pete.
He's smiling like a cat that just at the chest.
Well, look, he deserves it after all these. And it's been an amazing night at the Sergi Fight Night, ladies and gentlemen. Nick the Tetoros in his farewell bout. Round one, and yibbity yibbita. That was all from Clinton Simmons. An emotion charged night for the Terror, and what a way to go out. Congratulations, Nick Tetoros, on a fantastic career. I'd like to thank my co-commentators Tony Shebeki, Peter Maniatis, and this has been Troy Zantuck from the Sergi Fight Night. Wishing you all a good night, and thanks for coming. A great night of boxing. You couldn't have wished for anything better. As the well-wishers come, they come in their dozens for Nick Tetoros.
Referee at 1 minute 10 seconds into round one, the winner by TKO, Nick the Terror Tetoros for the last time. Nicholas, mate, you've trained hard. You trained super hard. Originally, you thought it was going to be Wilhem, but he was unable to get over his injury problem, and then you found yourself super fit in this position. You just went through Clinton Simmons as if he wasn't there.
Yes, but like always, I didn't get here on my own. So many people I have to thank, and all you wonderful people for showing up all the time and supporting me and all the fighters. I don't know who to start by thanking first, but you're all here and you all know who you are, but sponsors, Masashi, friends, my cornerman, Peter Maniatis, Peter Chura, my brother Annex, Printworks, put this show all together. All the boys from all the gyms, Fitness First, Recreation, you've all been very supportive over the years, and I just cannot express it enough. But thanks so much, and obviously this will be the last time with me with the microphone in my hand, so I better say what I can before it all stops. But I'll be always involved in boxing. I'll be always around it. And most of all, the show, the promoters, Connor Anastasiadis, mate. What a champion of a man. Good effort. And Peter Maniatis involved. I'd like to thank my boss, Evan Delic. What another legend. All the undercard fighters. My old mates from the old gym. Well done, Chris. Well done, man. Shannon put up a good fight, I saw, but fantastic, guys. Thanks for coming once again. Speak to you soon, says.
Oh, look, he's had a wonderful career. Give him a round of applause. 3 cheers for Nick the Terror Tetoros. Hip, hip. Hip, hip. Hip, hip. Well, that was, probably a fitting ending to that man's career. He's had a fantastic run in boxing and kickboxing. I want to thank Connor Anastasiadis, World Promotions, Masashi, Render World, CCK Interiors. They've all been part of it. Also, Don Carrot's Hotel Seville, putting on great beverages and dinners as they take photos there. I wish you all the best for Christmas and New Year. This has been a fantastic promotion. We probably already have seen the fight of the year for next year already. And Con, and just remember that the promoter is so happy with the way things have gone that he has made arrangements with the Hugo Bar for you to enter. If you mention you've been to the boxing, you don't pay a door charge, you go straight in. Hugo Bar in Chapel Street, Paran, for the after party. Thank you for the after boxing party. So we wish you all the best. We thank our commentators here tonight. Troy Zantucker's still with us. Tony Shebecki's had to go back into SEN, where I'll be heading off into in a minute. And Troy might be coming with us, I don't know. The Vukovic brothers are already there. And we'll talk kickboxing from midnight on tonight. Boxing Wednesday night, midnight. Channel 31, KO Boxing, Tuesday night, Saturday night, 10...